Today we come to Acts 2, verse 46 through 47. So the last two verses of chapter 2. And so this is now, where is the church going immediately after Pentecost? How does it start to act and live as the time goes forward? Now you notice here first with verse 46, and day by day. In other words, this was not a once a week, once every other week, once a month action that's happening and taking place. What do they do right after Pentecost? Day by day, or another way you could say it is, and every day they went forward. So this was a daily work that they did. So day by day, attending the temple together. So twofold. First of all, every day, attending the temple together. Several things in there. But first of all, the church, as it started, was not a rejection immediately of the temple. It was not a get out of here. It was not a we're so much better. They went there. They went to the temple. They went to the place of worship and worshiped the Lord there, and probably taught there as well, probably shared there as well. But they went to the temple every day. They did not reject it as a place of worship. They went there and worshiped every day, attending the temple together. And the word there, attending, is not just kind of being. They were doing what the temple was about. So, so they went forward and worshiped with with everybody at the temple. Secondly, and so attended the temple day by day, and day by day, breaking bread in their homes. They received their food with glad and generous hearts. So day by day, gathering together. And what it's talking about in this case would cover both the love meal of being together in fellowship and Holy Communion. And they would have had both of those. And looking at it day by day, the agape meal, I think in Jude 12, gathering together for that meal, which also then, as you would have the fellowship time, would end with a worship gathering and the Lord's Supper. So this is covering both of those. And so they didn't go to the temple and stick it into everybody's face. They went there, they proclaimed, they told, they worshiped, all of that every day. They also gathered amongst themselves too, in their homes, and probably the homes of the more wealthy people, to have a place where they could gather, and they would have fellowship. They would worship, obviously. They would have the Lord's Supper. I'm sure they had the apostles' teachings in those homes too. I'm certain that they would pray. This was the work of the early church every day. And sometimes when we get to parts of this, we'll be in fellowship once every few months. That sounds good. Or, yeah, we'll, have the Lord's Supper. If I don't have it for 2 years of COVID, that's fine. Day by day, this was what they were doing. Well, if I worship Christmas and Easter, that's good enough. Day by day, they went forward in this manner. And what did they do? Praising God. So in the temple, at home, in their life, praising Yahweh for what he had done. Praise was their inclination, not hiding, it was praise as a center of their emotional response, of how they addressed themselves before the people. They were people of praise and having favor with all the people. And there were people that wanted to go after them, yes. They went after Christ, yes. But the favor of the people, not saying the religious leaders, of the people, because of how they lived, how they acted, what they did, and the center of Christ at the center of all of what they were doing every day. And lastly, wrapping up chapter 2, and the Lord added to their number day by day those who are being saved. Again, being saved. God's doing the action. We're not saving. We do share, we do tell, we do live, and the Lord works through those. The saving, the creating of faith is God. Being saved, God's action for our salvation. And you notice day by day, their numbers increased. They worshiped day by day. They had fellowship day by day. More came and believed day by day. This was a daily life of faith. May the church today live a daily life of faith. In his holy name.